Paul Tillich is a German theologian who came over to the United States in the 1930s. He taught at Union Seminary, even at Harvard. And in his book, The Shaking of Foundations, in chapter 20, he tells a story that's almost unbelievable. He tells of a sworn witness testimony that happened during the Nuremberg war trials. In a small town in Poland, a small group of Jewish believers had to escape the town in order to avoid the gas chambers and the Nazi regime. The only place for these small Jewish believers to run to was a local cemetery, and they stayed there for a number of days. There was an 80-year-old grave digger that lived on the grounds of the cemetery. And as they were there, one of the people was a young, pregnant woman. One night, as they were staying there, she began to give birth. And the 80-year-old gravedigger helped her give birth. And as the baby was born in a grave. Literally, the baby was born in a grave. And history records that the 80-year-old gravedigger said, "Oh, great God, have you sent us the Messiah? Because only a Messiah could be born in a grave." I mean, think about that. That almost seems unbelievable. But I think the gravedigger was on to something. Obviously, we know that that baby wasn't the Messiah, but the gravedigger's theology was right because he understood something. Only God could produce life in death. A grave represents where things end, where the story ends. A baby represents life and potential and the beginning of everything. And the gravedigger says, only God could do something like this. You know, after these past 2 years of COVID, political, a divided nation, racial tensions, we've been in a journey at Westside in our series Memento Mori, Remember Your Death. Because we've said that when we remember our death, we actually renew our life. But what if I told you this? What if I told you that the old great Easter story says exactly what that gravedigger said? That God can produce life from death. What if I told you that in the darkest moment of your life, when you thought everything was broken and everything has ended, that God could bring forth life in that moment? This Easter, we are going to look at what the Apostle Paul says when he says, remember the resurrection, that God can produce life from death.
We had an absolute blast celebrating Easter at the Rodgers last year in 2021, and we would love for you to join us again as we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus in 2022. Here are a few things that you can expect. You'll be greeted with a smile, goodie bags for your kiddos, free concessions for your family, tables where you can learn more about our church, confetti cannons to celebrate. We'll sing loud together. We'll pray even louder. We'll hear the good news of the resurrected Christ preached and proclaimed, and we will joyously scatter with the good news of Jesus in our hearts and on our lips. So come ready to celebrate. You won't want to miss it.
Hey guys, this is Nikki here. I am standing on the stage in downtown Poplar Bluff at the historic Rodgers Theater. We are so excited to invite you to come celebrate Easter as we remember the resurrection. My Kidside kids have been working really hard. We actually will be here on the stage with the kids opening up. We have confetti cannons. We have grab bags and goodies, things to give away. You have opportunities to learn more about Westside, who we are as a church. We will have tables set up, free concessions. Come in and grab something to drink. We want you to join us here April 17th at 10 a.m. here at the Rodgers as we remember the resurrection and celebrate Easter. If you have any questions, come find us on our Facebook page, Westside Church, or you can find us on the website at westsidepb.org. We also have a Kidside page if you want to see more about what's happening there, and that is Kidside at Westside PB on Facebook. We can't wait to celebrate this with you. Join us April 17th, 10 o'clock, right here, Rodgers Theater, downtown Poplar Bluff.